In this video, I'm going to take you through Whiterose, which is a room that has just been launched on TryHackMe. So let's get to it. So in Whiterose is a room that looks into embedded JavaScript server-side template injection. So we'll go through that, then we'll go through a sudoedit bypass to get to the root user. It's an easy room, so let's get to it. So as you can see here, welcome to Whiterose. Challenge is based on Mr. Robot episode 49. Conflict contains spoilers. Go ahead and start the machine. It may take a few minutes to start up. And then we have this. I almost forgot. You'll need this. So we have these credentials right here. Let's copy them. I'll grab them right there. Okay, copy that. Then I'll come to my mouse pad. Then let's paste them here for efficiency. So avoid an nmap scan, and let me show you the results. So we have nmap with a tag SC for default script scanning, SV for service enumeration, tag PN for no pinging, A for a thorough scan, and here we have typical port 22 open for SSH, and also we have here port 80 open, showing our web page running on Nginx server. So you can just get into checking out this. So let me just grab it and then let's check it out. So I'll paste it there. Let's see. So as you can see, it loads to cypressbank.thm, then it gives us this error. So what you'll need to do is add it to the etc hosts file. So I'll just do sudo etc hosts toward the IP address to that particular domain name. So okay, I was supposed to be opening it up with Vim. Sorry for that. Okay, and we are in I for insert. Then let's add it up here. So I'll just grab the IP address of which I think I had already. So let me just paste that. Okay. Let me confirm if that's the IP address. Ends with 74. Yeah, that's it. So now we need to, it's called cypressbank.thm. If I got the name right, let's see, cypressbank.thm. Okay, that's that. Escape, right, and quit. Okay, now let's try running it again. Okay, and here it is. It loads very well. We can do Control U to check the page source, but there's nothing of importance in the page source. That's still loading. So in the meantime, what I'll do, you can do all types of scans, directory scans or subdomain scans, but what I'll go with is subdomain scans because there's nothing in directories. So for that, I'll use faf. So to specify the URL, that will be http cypressbank.thm. Then host, then fuzz.cypress bank.thm. Then we'll specify our word list. So we'll use the user share word list, then sec list. Okay. Should be user share word list sec list discovery. Do I really have it? I doubt. Let me check. The sec list for this to check for hidden subdomains, but I don't have sec lists, so I'm still installing it. But don't you worry. What I need you to know is that there's another path, which is admin. So what I'll do, this is the same way that we added the domain cypressbank.thm. Will my machine is kind of hanging, but we'll also add this other, what do you call, this other admin path. So what I'll do, I'll go to etc host. We're not doing anything new, we're just also including the path that I've told you that exists, which when you use faf with the word list you will also find. So I'll just include it here. It's admin. This is the path, admin, the domain, I mean, admin.cypressbank.thm. So when you run that faf, you'll find this other subdomain, which is admin.cypressbank.thm. So let's escape and save that, and let's go into it. So I'll just use this. Let me just delete everything. My machine is kind of slow, but not to worry. Admin dot okay. So here we have it. Here we have this login page, and this is where we'll use these credentials that were in this the dashboard here that we were given. So I saved them in our mousepad. As you can remember, these are the credentials. I'm waiting for the mousepad to load. I think things are slow because I'm also downloading that set lists, but that shouldn't be an issue. Let me copy this. We're using these credentials, as you can see them right here. Let's come back here, paste the name, then we'll grab the password. Password is this Olivia8. Copy that, and then paste it there. Then we log in. So we successfully log in, and this is the site. So as you can see here, the numbers are not visible here. They are kind of hashed. You can check the page source, but there's nothing there. So you can click on these other functionalities, such as search, and try to search for a contact, then check for also settings here. And settings says we don't have permission to view this page. So this will be another vector that we'll use later on. Then we can check on messages here, and it's still loading. So when check on messages here, we can see this Gail Bev developers implemented this new messaging feature that I suggested. What do you guys think? It looks really cool. Have you guys seen Miss Jacob recently? No, she hasn't been around for a while. Oh, is she okay? So here we can say something. So let's say we can say hello, and you see here it's added here, our message right there. And as you can see, this URL has a parameter here which says c is equals to 5. So if you can this, we can say that there are 5 chats. So 1 2 3 4 5 plus ours that has been added here. So we can try and see if you can grab more chats to see if you can get an history of what has been said. So you can do, let's say, 10 to grab, like, let's say 10 of them. And as you can see here, we have now this. So here quickly we see the password of Gailbev, which is an admin account. So let's grab the password, and we'll try logging in as Gailbev so that we can gain access as the admin, as an admin. So we go back here and log out. So the name will be Gailbev. Then copy paste the password right there. Then you log in. So now you're logged in as Gailbev, and the first question of this box was to find Tyrell Wellick's phone number. So let's get back here and check Tyrell Wellick. So here's his phone number. Let's just grab this real quick and paste it here. Submit that. The next thing here is the user.txt flag. So let's continue. So now that we have an access as an admin, let's check out these settings, which initially couldn't allow us access because you are a regular user, Olivia Cortez. So it's loading. So now the settings page opens, and it's customer settings page. And as you can see here, it seems to be updating the password of the customer. So we know we have a customer named Tyrell Wellix, the one that we've just found the number. So we can use this Tyrell to try and update the password. So maybe there's a vector there. So we can just do something as 1 2 3 4 blah blah blah. Tyrell Wellix, I guess. And when we save, it's loading. And as you can see here, it saves the password, then it outputs it back here. And once we see this, we see that the input that we've provided for the password is being rendered back in the template without proper sanitization. So this means that it could be vulnerable to an SSTI injection. So this is server-side template injection. And this means that you can use this to execute an arbitrary code on the server. So what I'll do, we'll fire up our burp suite. So go ahead and fire up your burp suite. We'll try to mess around with these parameters, the name and the password parameters, and see what we can do, like which vector we can take with this vulnerability. So let me fire up my Babsit. My machine is taking time to load because I'm also downloading the sec lists, but we'll just do fine. So let me see. Everything is taking time. So okay, let's get back here. Let me turn up my Foxy proxy. So I'll be proxying the request to Babsit on port 8080. So that's on. Then let's check the HTTP history. Come on, we don't need another bap. Let's get back to dashboard right there. Then okay, so right here I've as you can see, I've changed the Tyrell Welix password to this. Then here we have the request here on BAP. So what you can do, right click, then send to repeater. I want to try and mess with these requests to see what you can do. So for instance, I can just try and delete that, then send it. And when you send it, you see this error here is a very verbose error which has content for us, and you can see here they're using EJS. So this is embedded JS, which is a framework to is a templating framework for can be used with Express. So what we'll do, we'll quickly look into vulnerabilities which has EJS. So what I'll do first, let me turn off my Foxy proxy there. Then we'll just search EJS SSTI vulnerability. So let's check this one here. So I've had a hard time getting the one that explained the CVE well, but you can just search this EJS STI CV 2022 29078. I'll link it in the description below. Then you can get it from this SNIC. It outlines it quite well. So let's get it from here. And right here, what we'll need is this payload to create a reverse shell. So grab it from this ampersand settings. So grab it, the whole of that, copy it, then we'll come back here and let's come back here to our repeater. It's not okay. Okay, then backspace. Then have a password, so a random password like 1234. Then we'll paste what we've copied, the payload that we've copied. So here's the payload here. Okay, then let's set our listening port will be 1023. You know what's up. Then let's also set the IP address. This will be just the local machine IP address. Your local machine IP address, mine is 10.23.11.96. So the top right corner. Then okay, here you have netcat, execute a shell, tac-e, execute a shell. Then okay, that's okay. Then let's get back here and let's set up a netcat listener at port 1023. So netcat listening VPN NP whatever at 1023. So okay, should be NP, not NP, to specify the port. Okay, that's no okay. Then let's come back here and let's send this request and see if we get a reverse shell. Okay, let me see what's up. It hasn't connected. So I went on a break, and while on that break, I discovered that that shell wasn't working for me. So I'm using this one here, netcat make FIFO, first in first out, I guess. So while you use this with your IP address and the port, it gives you this. So just grab this here, this one liner here. So after grabbing the whole of this one liner, come back to your BAP. Remember, you were sending requests from our BAP. Then you'll put it in here. So as you can see, man, I've already put it here when I was confirming. So the whole one liner should be, let me Control X, it should be in between these quotes. So you paste it right there. So you have to get rid of the initial netcat that was there. So that didn't work. So we are using this. And something I also forgot to do was you should be adding these two characters, this semicolon and the S. So yeah, that's that. Then this is just the name, then password. Then we have to have a random password. Then we add the whole of this payload. So get this right. Let it not mess you up. Then I have my netcat listener right here, well set up, listening on port 1023. So we can go back here and send the request. Then check back to our listener. Let me see. Okay. There's a step I forgot to share with you. So at this point, you need to encode this. You need to URL encode this. I don't know how I forgot to say that, but you need to URL encode this. So you'll come here, right click, then come to convert selection there, then URL encode, then come to URL encode all characters. So we are encoding all characters, and you can see it's now URL encoded. So it's only this way that it can be executed with the request to give you back a shell. So okay, this is kind of hanging. Let me give it time. Okay, so let's send the request. Okay, it went back to the initial way. Okay, no problem. Let me just again URL encode it. So you select the whole of this one liner, come to convert selection, come to URL, encode all characters. I don't know why it keeps on hanging this way, but let me see what I can do. Let me grab that. Let me just copy it in case it does the same thing. And I've just cancelled the pending request here from this button. Then now let's send this again and see. So let me check to see. I hope we have a shell back. We still don't have a shell back. I guess it's something to do with BAP because now everything is okay right here. Okay, we're having a problem. We're having a problem. So I've just realized that the problem was with my remote machine, the room. So I had to restart the machine. And now we're back here. And as I had said, encode everything within the quotes here. Grab until this F. Then come here, convert selection, URL, encode all characters. So we have that. And we also have our netcat listener. So let's just send this. And now let's cross our fingers and hope that we get adverse shell back. Not yet. This is a funny request right here. A funny response, I mean. 302 not found. Let me see. So now, I think the problem is just with my the room, but I've encoded it again, sent it right here. Then when you come here to check our netcat listener, you find that we've got a shell right here. So that was successful. Just go through the same process. Since you're doing it for the first time, you want to go through a lot of trouble as what I went through. So now right here, I'm just making the shell, stabilizing the shell, making it more stable. So pty.spawn, spawning a bin bash. My machine is hanging. I don't know why. Bin bash. Close it. Yeah, now we have a stable shell. What else we can do? Let's export. Oh, my machine is really hanging. Export is equals to extern. Let's background the process. STI row echo. Let's bring it back. Press enter. Yeah, now we are back. And now the first thing we can do is let's check. I'd like to do an LSLA. Okay, let's cd to, was it the web user or what? Let me just cd back to an LSLA. Okay, and here we have the user.txt. So let's just view that. So this is this. Let's grab it. Okay, Control Shift C. Copy that. Let's get back here. Let's submit that. That's taking time, but it's the correct answer because it's the user.txt. Yeah, correct answer as you can see there. So now let's proceed to our privilege escalation. So let's get back here. And what I just love to do is to check for want to do sudoel to list the commands that the current user, which is web, can run, is allowed to run with sudo privileges. So I'll just do sudo tac l to list all the commands. And as you can see, we have this sudo edit. This is what I was talking about, where we can use this sudo edit to use it to bypass and gain root access. So what I'll do, just come back to your browser here, and in a new tab here, we'll do sudo edit. Then let's do cv, and let's just do sudo edit cv. Let's see what we can get here. So I've got this cv report from this sign active, but there's another one that I found earlier on. I'll look for it, then I'll link it. So basically what we'll do is set our editor to use vim when viewing the sudoers file. Then the next thing that we'll do is set our user to have access to all commands with no password. So let me just take you through that. Let's get back here, and let's just do sudo no, first let's set the terminal, right? Let's set the editor to be vim when we want to view, when you want to open the sudoers file. So that's equals to vim, then this, to make sure that it knows that this is not a flag or an option to this command. So that is sudoers, the file which you want to open with vim. So we have that, export data that way. Then the next thing that we will do, we'll now get into that particular file. So sudo edit. Let's see. Basically it's just where was it? It's just this one here. So let me see, let me grab this. Copy that. Yeah, that way. And as you can see, we are now inside the sudoers file. So okay. Let's see. Just press the down arrow to keep on opening it. Let's see. Okay, so at this point here, this is where we can add our user who's called web. Then we set all is equals to all the same way it's up here. Close that bracket, then no password. Oh, sorry, should be in caps, no password. Then here we should be having some space, I guess, no password. And then all. So I think that's it. This should also be in caps. I don't know why. came out that way, but that should also be in caps. And this one too. What was I typing here? So that should be that way. Setting the web user, the current user, to be able to run everything else with no password. You have a D there. So yeah, escape, right, and to quit. Why isn't it quitting? Okay, so the next thing I want to do, this shell is hanging. So now that we've already edited our sudoers file, we can just try to run sudo bash. I've just cleared the terminal, nothing much. Then let's see. And as you can see, when you run sudo bash, we drop directly into the root shell. Then you can cd into root, do an lsla. Then we get the root.txt file. And this is the root.txt file. So me because of my machine and this room, the server of this room, because at some point I had to terminate it and open it again and run it again. But this is an easy box that you should just go through those steps that I've elaborated, and you'll find your way through the machine. And I hope you learned something new from this room. And okay, my machine is hanging again. This is what has costed us a lot of time. But okay, we're here. Let me paste the root.txt flag. Okay. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. But yeah, that's Whiterose, and I'll make sure to link the links to those sites that I found those the vulnerabilities, so that you can read more about them and understand them more. But that's just basically the process. Go through it, and you'll find yourself rooting the room. I'll see you in the next video.